Hi there, how you doing? So in this video, what I try to do is to walk through the Titanic model that I've been working on in the MetaQuest 3. This is a far more advanced model of the Titanic ship. In another set of courses, another set of lessons in my channel, I've been trying to model the Titanic. So that still continues. However, I've already sort of built an advanced model in the past, and what I'm trying to do now is sort of port it into VR, and I've sort of placed default Unity 3D content within the scene, and what I'm trying to do is now navigate through the scene using those content. Now I get to be able to post a video within the scene as well and play it. That's the video of the engine room. And then what I try to do is sort of refactor the UI contents to be able to interact with the scene, sort of navigate from whatever location I choose to another, which makes it easier for the user to move around. The plan for this is that it will go into MetaQuest sometime in the future, but what I'm trying to do now is sort of optimize it for that level of experience, basically. So basically, I'm just walking around and have these two panels following me everywhere. They're tied to the XR origin, and then I get to be able to either present certain information to the user, and then the user is able to click on one of the buttons on the right, and it takes the user to wherever they want to go to. So I can always also move it closer and then scroll. Then right now the button is only bare text button, so I need to change that to the exact location. And then I suppose this is the forecaster, and the forecaster will be on the left of the menu while the buttons on the right. So what I've done is to sort of name the locations and then have the buttons clicked, and then it takes you to that location. So now it's taking you to deck A, the promenade. I'm also able to interact with certain objects in the scene and able to use the teleport points as well, which points me in the direction of the icons. So again, also with the controllers, I can move in the scene, I can move on the deck. So what I've done is to put colliders on the floor so I can actually move on the deck without falling through the ship. And then what I get to do is to be able to also teleport to different locations, but then the teleports points were quite a lot, so I had to reduce the number. So now within the ship, the experience you get is that you're able to visualize the funnels, and here I come to the back to visualize what the back looks like. To be frank, when this model was being built, the plan was not for VR. That's why it's sort of a bit more detailed. So it had a different journey that actually led to it being this detailed. So now that it's in VR, the plan is to now sort of enhance the model. So now the button takes me to the back of the ship where you have the propellers. I've sort of hidden the hull of the ship, that's why we can see all the engine room details here. So the engine room detail was modeled separately from the main ship, but it's now been compiled together. With this menu, I can sort of navigate around the entire ship. So this is still in the engine room, it's supposed to be at the bottom of the ship, and there's going to be some sort of animation in that space as well. So ultimately, this menu allows you to move around the ship. So I'll be covering this a bit more, and probably if there is time, I'll be able to I'll be going through how this is modeled. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Cheers. Bye.